Good morning, my darlings. It is about 8 o'clock, I think, on Friday. Friday, March 27th. Is that right? I think that's right. Oh, wow. The month is over. I'm actually sitting out here this morning doing my April calendar. So I'm trying to get things organized with everything that I learned from March to pull what's working into April and what's not. Let that slide, right? Let that set aside. It's been a beautiful month though, right? How are you all doing? How are you doing? I'm a little sad this morning, I will be honest with you. Yesterday was a crazy day with the frog. And if you saw the Ohana video, then I will let you know that we did find the frog. Amy came back with me yesterday from studios, and it took us a while, but we finally found the frog. He was really burrowed down into the dirt in one of my houseplants, which is where I figured we'd find him. And so we carried the houseplant outside. It's a big houseplant. It took Amy and I both to carry it out here. And we just let it sit. And then after nightfall, we came back and checked. And sure enough, he had left the vicinity of the plant. And so we came back out to get the plant to bring it back inside, and we had the patio door open, and I swear, I kid you not, a frog, I don't know if it's the same frog or not, a frog tried to hop right back into the apartment. And I was like, no. So we gently coerced it. It just got as far as the doorway, but the door was wide open. So I pulled the curtain shut on it, which kind of brushed over him, which made him stop, and then we kind of just shooed him back out. What a crazy day, though. Crazy frog day. So I'm still a little wound up from that, but also like in that place of like, oh, thank God that's over, no more. I found myself saying, like, I don't know if I was saying it to God, to myself, to just the powers that be. This morning when I got up and I'm like walking through the apartment and brushing my teeth and all this stuff, I'm like, no more frogs, no more frogs, no more frogs. I love frogs. I just don't want them in the house. I don't want to be in charge of rescuing them. So anyway, frog apocalypse is over, and we're back into a peaceful day. Of course, it's the weekend, so my sister's coming to stay tonight, and tomorrow we're actually planning to do Epcot. So if you're in the Ohana, there will be another Epcot video. I'm not going to do them the same day anymore, though. I'm probably going to do this one on Sunday or Monday. Reason for that is I am so tired when I get home from the walk that I don't think I'm doing a good job on the videos. So I'm gonna wait and do them the next day when I'm more refreshed. I'm also planning, because we're going into April now, I need to get back in the pool. So I am also planning to change things up for when I get home from the parks. Is I'm gonna go swim. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. It's a saltwater pool, very healing. It'll be good on my body after a park day. That's the next thing I want to talk about, actually. I had my little meeting with my health team this morning. I'm a little disappointed because they're effectively telling me that I need to go slower. The scale was up this morning, and my diet was clean, and it's inflammation again. I triggered an inflammation response because I'm pushing my body with the steps. And I hated hearing that. I'm a person that I like to go. I have an agenda, I have a goal, and I want to get there. And I am not afraid of hard work, and I will push myself and do whatever it takes to get where I want to go. The sad thing is, what this goal is asking for is to slow down. And that is my Achilles heel, I do not want to slow down. But I have a commitment to myself, to my body, and to this healing journey that will do whatever it takes. So slowing down seems to be the answer. So it's somewhere between 3,000 and 3,500 steps where I start to notice I'm tired. So the plan is to stop at that point. or possibly even a little before that point. It's just the last couple of days of getting to, 7,500, 8,000 steps. I'm like, yes, I'm so close to that, coveted 10,000. And now I'm going all the way back. It's like chutes and ladders. And I landed on a chute and I'm going all the way back down. It's okay, and I will do it. It's just, it's not even that it's an ego hit exactly, but it probably is a little bit. It's probably a little ego triggering too, because I want to do more, But it's also just my personality is more go, 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 go. I'm not good at the slowing down. I'm not good at going slow, but that is a life skill that's important. So Epcot tomorrow, 3,500 steps, which means I will not be walking all the way around World Showcase, because I think the last time I did World Showcase all the way around, I think it was 5,000 steps. So yeah, I'll find something gentler to do. I'll go halfway around something. I'll figure that out. And when I get home tomorrow, I'm going to get into the pool. So that's my tomorrow plan. And I'm committing to that for the whole month of April. We'll see super clean carnivore and slowing down on the steps. Still doing them, still being consistent out there every other day. It's kind of good in a way, because that'll take less time and then I won't be out there in the heat of the day. So that'll be good too. I mean, it is good and it is nice, and I am grateful. I'm grateful. It's just, frustrating. But how about you guys? Are you guys focusing? Are you guys working on anything that is, frustrating you or causing you to go at a pace that you're uncomfortable with? Or can you relate to what I'm saying? I hope I'm not the only person out there with these issues. But that's where I'm at, and I truly do believe that we get where we're supposed to go when we're supposed to be there. I think that the astrology has a lot to do with it, and I think that there is built-in timing. I've always said this. It's like God's timing. We talk about that all the time, but I believe that God wrote his timing in the sky with the stars, and that you can see what it is if you learn how to read the stars. And I mean learn all the different layers. Because, okay, little astrology lesson for you here. It's going to be a fun time. Hold that thought 1 second. Okay, so in astrology, you have the planets, you have asteroids, you have houses, you have signs, right? And it's a wheel. And all of these layers layer on there. So, for instance, I have Mars in Leo in the 8th house. Okay, Mars in Leo is very much a look at me. It's what makes me want to do YouTube. It's what makes me want to make videos and have some sort of a spotlight on my life. But then I'm always wondering, why do you want to do that? I want to be invisible. I don't want to be seen. I don't want to be out there for everybody. Well, that's the 8th house. The 8th house is hidden. The 8th house is it's taboo, it's occult, it's boundaries, it's intimate, it rules sex, for instance, with the intimacy. I mean, it is the most intimate, vulnerable house. It's also the house of transformation, which you tend to do in private. So I have this weird push-pull in that area. But because I know this, it helps me be more consistent. It helps me know why I'm feeling this or that or the next thing. It helps me understand why in the morning I'm like, oh, yay, let's make a video. And in the afternoon, I'm like, I don't want to share this with anybody. So it's, knowing stuff like that about myself, I find very helpful. But it's the same thing with the timing. Like, the planets are always doing something because everything's always moving. So there's always a planet in a house, in a sign. It's what ruled the shift. When we had Saturn conjunct Pluto in Capricorn, I don't remember the house on that, but it was January 11th, 12th, somewhere 20th, January 2020. That's what kicked off the shift. And it's not it finished when Saturn and Neptune conjunct on the 0 point of Aries, which is the very beginning of the entire zodiac. So, and that was on February 20th of earlier this year. Now on April 15th of this year, so in just a couple weeks, we're going to have Mercury leave Pisces, and there will be nothing in Pisces. And all the insanity that we've seen for like the last 20 years has all been transits going through Pisces, because Pisces rules mental illness. Pisces rules spirituality. Pisces rules insane asylums. Pisces rules jails. Pisces rules like the underdog too, which is, I think, why as a society we've gone so far to let's bend everything backwards and stretch everything to contort to everybody else's feelings. And I'm not saying that was entirely bad, but I think it led us all to bad places. The problem is everything's now in Aries, which is the exact opposite of that sign. And I am concerned for people, the whiplash on that. I think some of our gentler friends are going to have difficulty with it. And I'm concerned for them. But anyway, that's your astrology lesson of the day. I didn't really mean to go all the way down that path, but it's me. It's who I am, right? And I truly believe that life is good and life is beautiful, and that dreams are important, and that we should be going after those dreams. You know, my dreams are the treasure map of the soul. I truly believe that. I think that that's the ultimate North Star in your chart, in your life. And so, wrapping that all the way back around, I encourage you to follow your dreams. They're not stupid. They're not weird. Listen to your heart's calling. It matters. It matters so much. But do it in alignment with your own rhythms and with your gut instincts. And if you don't know astrology, listen to your instincts, because we're attuned to the stars. If something doesn't feel right, don't do it, you know? And for me, that means I am wrapping all the way around to a slower April. Is that puppy out? It sounds like the puppy. I don't see her there. Oh no, it's Merlot. It's Merlot. Oh, she's a little fireball. Okay, so anyway, that got me stopped talking about astrology and stuff anyway. So yeah, I'm gonna have a slower April, and if anybody needs a slower April, I welcome you to walk slowly with me. I will be at Epcot tomorrow. I will be doing 3,000 to 3,500 steps. I will be taking deep breaths and having patience. I also have the YouTube stuff. I'm starting to figure it out. I have a rhythm that I'm going to try in April. And I did start the Carnivore channel. And if you're looking for that, if you want to know specifically on the carnivore journey, it's going to be at Get Carnivore Strong, YouTube. You know, youtube.com/ I'll link it down below. I think it's linked on the profile here now anyway, but it's at Get Carnivore. At Get Carnivore Strong. Because that's the plan, right? And whatever it takes. So I'm going to be diving deeper into that, into what I'm learning, what's happening, you know, with my body, with weight. I'm very honest with the numbers over there, and just documenting this journey because it's, you know, it feels important to me. It's probably, you know, Mars in Leo in the 8th house, that back and forth between, this feels important, I need to share it, and oh wait, this is personal and I don't want to share it. So I've made a dedicated space for that. So that's the only place I'm going to be sharing like the numbers and that kind of thing, the more intimate details of that walk, of that journey. So if you're interested in that, please go find me over there and subscribe there. And I do appreciate you all and the carnivore people that I know I attracted with a couple of my videos here. So that being said, I've also found a way to do, I think, my Sims stories. I think I have it figured out. I think March was really defining for me. I don't know. It enlightened me in a lot of ways. It brought a lot of clarity to what I'm working on. And God, that's amazing, right? That's biggest thing you can hope for is clarity on your dreams, clarity on your direction, your path. One second. So I think a lot of that came in for me. I will continue to put up the Ohana videos here. I'm also going to start making an attempt in April to do more of my polished Disney vlogs that I love. I want to tell stories with videos. I'm telling a carnivore journey story. I'm telling sim stories. I got that figured out too. I got 6 Barbies I'm going to be working with, and they're all going to have different lives and different gameplay, and I'm going to tell stories with those. I'm so excited. I'm such a child. I did some really big inner healing this last week and really got back to the happiest I was as a child. I was 8 years old. And so I've been spending a lot of time in meditation, going back to that time in my life and what made me happy. And so I'm starting to like, I'm embracing the Sim channel more because it's such a space to play in, and play is important. We need play. Find some place to play. I know it seems obvious that Disney would be the place for me to play, but I don't play there. I do go on rides sometimes, but mostly I go out there to just be out there in the energy and the vibe. It's much more spiritual for me than it is like fun for me. So the Sims and the Barbie aspect is my play. I have some others too, but that one's one of my big ones on my heart. And also it's like, it was really cool. It encouraged me to go talk to my dad about that time, because I have a lot of really great memories of him and I during that time. You know, when he taught me photography. It was a hobby of his, and so he taught me how to use the camera. He had a little dark room set up. He taught me how to develop the film. Yeah, it was fantastic. And there were so many memories. And it's funny because we were having this conversation and he said, "Oh, I remember one night hearing a noise and I got up to see what it was, and your hamster ran across my foot and scared me to death." And then he told me, he said that he was really happy in that house, that the particular house I'm talking about, when I was 8. And there was something in there that was just a shared moment of recognizing there was happiness there. There was goodness there. He taught me to write in that house too. He used to have us all, when we came back from church on Sundays, he would have us all write little stories. And he was writing a little series of stories about a little skunk out in the woods. It was the most adorable thing. And everybody always thought he should try to get it published. Yeah, so it's just really, really sweet. I was talking to a friend about it later, and they're like, "Oh, because your dad's a Sagittarius and you're a Sagittarius rising, so he was always your mirror. He taught you what happiness was." And I was like, "Oh my gosh, that's so true," because even when he left and I wasn't, we didn't see each other very often. We weren't very connected. I mean, months would go by and we just weren't. But I knew what was going on with him. He had met the love of his life and they traveled the world together. And that's always set with me. It's like, I think that's like a dream that I haven't achieved yet. And I'm going to refuse to believe that it's too late. I still want that for my future. And it's because I saw my dad do it. Photography and writing. It's because I saw my dad do it. Now, my dad didn't play with Barbies. I don't even know that I remember. I vaguely have some memories of him playing with me with Barbies. They're very... If it happened, it didn't happen often. But anyway, boy, this one's rambly, right? Back around to what I was saying. I think I've got a clarity on my YouTube path on what I want to do, and I've got a routine that I'm going to try out for April, and it should put a video up every week. I'm also going to be moving the Ohana videos in here as well as an archive, so those will be here if you want to see them. And I'm going to try to work towards doing more of my storytelling with my Disney vlog. And I've decided to continue the patio chats once a week. We'll check in maybe on a Friday. Probably not. I don't count that. I can't. That is one thing I know about myself. I can't be like, "Oh, every Friday I'm going to do this." But, we'll check in at least once a week. And I'll let you know how everything's going here. You can let me know in the comments how everything is going with you. But this has probably rambled quite a bit, so I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. I'm going to go back to working on my calendar here for the rest of the month. Oh, here's something, and for those of you who stayed to the end, I actually have a staycation coming mid-April at All-Star Music. And I'm really looking forward to it. And it's going to be a little bit of a sacred time, but I'm also going to make a video from it. But I'm not doing parks or anything. I don't think. I think I'm just going to sit at the resort and be still. I love be still and know that I am God. That is my favorite thing. And I think that's what I'm going to do. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm definitely going to make a video, though. So we have that to look forward to as well. All right. And with all of that being said, I'm going to say be well and be blessed. And I probably won't be back with a patio chat before April. So have a beautiful April. Have the beautiful rest of your month. And I hope April is just such a beautiful time for us. I hope spring is here and goodness is ahead. And I think that this can be the best spring we've had in at least 5 years. So I'm sending you all so much love. And thank you for being here. Thank you for watching to the end. And I'll see you on the next one.